I have one simple question. What are you waiting for? You hear a lot of stories about people wanting to lose weight because of, health reasons, or, they want to look good for an upcoming event, or they just want to feel good and look good. They want to have energy, people with kids, they want to be able to run around with their kids, or, grandparents, they want to be able to run with their grandchildren, or just simply overall, they just want to, live healthy and be fit and, lose that belly fat and the legs and the whole nine. But then when it comes down to it, what answer do you get? Oh, I have to think about it, or oh, not right now, or I don't know, or it's too expensive, for the services. And it's all a bunch of excuses. Or, now that the holidays coming up. And I could tell you one thing about, about America, or about people, there's no time in the world where you're just free to focus on your health. There's always something going on. So for you to say, oh, the holidays coming up, or, all the other excuses that you hear, let me wait till next week, let me think about it. What is it that you're thinking about? You obviously thought about it all these months for you to come to make the decision that you want to make the change. But then when it comes down to it, you don't want to make the change because you need to think about it. And then 3 months later, you're at the same position where you were 3 months ago. You're even more disgusted with yourself. You're, unhappy all over again. You're stressed out because you didn't make the change when you had the opportunity, and then with your health, you want to make a change before your health gets serious. Before it gets to the fact where it is serious, now you're forced to make that change, which kind of sucks. Who wants to be forced to do something? You know what I mean? So your health is very, very important. Okay, let me ask you a question. What price would you put on your health every month? And the answer should be priceless, because tomorrow's not even promised. And simply, if you have a goal, it's time to make the change. It's time to do it. There's no other reason. Everything else is just excuses. There's absolutely no other reason. And let me tell you something. If you're afraid of failure or defeat, it's life. Things happen. You're gonna fail. You're gonna be defeated. It's all about waking up tomorrow morning and refocusing. That's the real accomplishment. When you can fall down 1 minute and the next minute you can flip that and become great again. For example, for me, I get a lot of people that says, oh, you're already small. Let me tell you something. I did not grow up small. I remember when I was in high school and I see all other girls with belly shirts and everything, and I always used to say, I wish I could wear a belly shirt. I wish I could wear a belly shirt. Because when I was in high school, I wasn't, overweight, but I was chubby. I could not wear a belly shirt, I tell you that for sure. But now that I can wear one, do you know how good it feels? And I worked hard for it. And honestly, I had the support and everything, but overall, I did it by myself. I got on a scale one day when I was 20 or 21. I did not like the number. From then on, I made the change. And that's why I am where I am today, because of the change that I made for myself and inspire other people. And that's why I decided to do this, as my passion for a living, to help other people, because I can understand what you're going through. All right. I wasn't born eating vegetables and fruits and brown rice and all this healthy stuff. I was not born that way. I loved Coca-Cola. I loved Snickers. I loved cake. But I knew that I had to make a change in order for me to get to where I want to be. And it took years. It did not take overnight. It took years for me to get this way. And because I know what it takes, that's why I want to help people. And that's why I'm explaining to people there is no excuse. You have to make the change. Obviously, it's been years and years and years where you've been uncomfortable and stressed out. And by you continue to do it, you continue to stay where you are. The only other way is to make the change. And I'm here to help you get through that change. And now with my clients now, or just people in general, they always come up to me and they say, I love what you do. I love your inspirational videos. I love, you're out there, you're young, and you're helping other people. And for my clients that I am helping, they absolutely love it. And they say that if they was to do it on their own, they would have gave up a long time ago. But because of me, they are continuing, because I'm on their back, because I know that they have a goal they want to reach. I am helping them get there. So I want to tell you a little story. So I've been boxing for a few years, but when I started boxing, it was just to, lose weight. But over a year ago is when I actually started training because I wanted to fight. Long story short, about a month ago, I was training for a fight. And oh man, I was training so hard. I knew that when I get in that ring, I was going to come out with the win. I was so dedicated. I was determined. What happens when I get in the ring? I got stopped in the second round. Stopped meaning not knocked down, but the ref stopped the fight. Do you understand how pissed I was? How upset I was? Because I trained so hard. I trained for months for one day for me not just to lose, but to get stopped. I got off the ring. I was crying. I was just so hurt. I didn't want to, talk to anybody. But what I do that following Monday, I went right back to the gym. Why? Because I had another fight the week after. So that, the next week I was going even harder. I'm like, you know what? Not that I'm not just going to lose. I'm not going to get stopped. I'm going to win this next fight. So I'm ready to go. I go to the next fight. And I'm feeling really good, like I'm going to win this fight. I've been training hard. I got stopped last week. It's not going to happen again. I'm going to come home with the win. I'm going to be excited. I even envisioned my victory. I slept, dreamed about me getting this victory, me getting this championship. So I'm fighting, and it was a 3-round fight. And believe it or not, not believe it or not, but I was winning the fight. The third round, even the third round, I was winning. What happens? I get stopped, and the ref shuts down the fight. When I look back at the tape, there was 15 seconds left in that round. 15 seconds. And what does the ref say to me? He says, do you know why I stopped the fight? I said, why? He said, because I don't want you to get hurt. My nose is bleeding. I was pissed off. I'm like, 2 times in a row, I get stopped. You can't understand the feeling that was going through my head. I just wanted to just quit, I'm like, as much as I love boxing, I just said to myself, is this really for me? Is this something that I should continue to do? I'm thinking like, well, what if I go to my next fight? What if I lose again? What if I get stopped again? What if I get knocked down? All this stuff is just racing, and it's just like, I just felt like a failure. I felt like I worked so hard for nothing. So, I took some time to myself, but overall I've come to the conclusion that you're going to fail, things going to happen, but you just have to learn to get back up and push even harder. So now I'm getting ready for another fight next year, and I'm just going to go 1,000 times hard. I'm going to make sure that I win this next fight. And the moral of the story is that, like I said, you're not the only one that, gets defeated or fails. It happens to me too. That's why I say that I can relate to everyone, and that's why I want to help other people, because there is victory at the end. So like I said, what is there that you're waiting for? You waiting to gain the pounds that you want to lose, the 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds? There's really nothing to wait. So that's just my spiel for today.